What's going on, my good people? Back out here on my nature walk. Just left a little pond they got over there. Check that. Get out here and serve yourself, man. Go pay yourself real quick. Do a little bit of working out every now and again, man. Help your body out, man. You only get one of these temples, man. You only get one. Take care of it. But anyways, now I'm on my walk, man. I'm gonna talk about family. So I was explaining this to my kids yesterday about family. And so I got my little chalkboard, right? And I'd be writing on my chalkboard. So when they came in, I sat them down and I explained them how a family works. And so I had this mountain. And I had 5 little stick figures. That's me and all the kids. It's me, my wife, and all the kids. And there was a wagon in front of us. And what I explained to them is, for a family to be successful, everybody has to be pushing this wagon. Everybody. Like I said, the only person that can ride on the wagon on the way up is a baby. That's it. Everybody else has a job. And they were just looking at me like, we got to do stuff? Yeah, you are a part of the family. You got to go to school and get good grades. That's part of helping out the family. Cleaning up your room, cleaning up these common areas that y'all done destroyed. All this is being part of a family. But if we have to tell you to do this every day, then guess what? It puts a strain on the adults. I said, y'all little hands and fingers, y'all can do a lot of stuff if you really chose to, but it helps this wagon get up the hill. I said, we're doing the heavy lifting, but I'm gonna need y'all to do some lifting as well. The thing, when we come home, we have to tell y'all to do stuff over and over and over again. It makes the first 2 people that are doing most of the pushing on this wagon have to work harder for this wagon to go up the hill. I said, now, let's say you decide you don't want to do nothing for the family. You want to do everything for your friends, all these goofy ass people outside that you can't call when you really need them. You're going to do everything for them. I said, but when these people then still push this wagon up to the top of the hill, you're going to feel left out. And then you gonna feel like you're not included. But it wasn't the fact that you wasn't included, it was the fact that you excluded yourself. Don't blame us because you didn't want to do no work. You want to lazy your way to the top. If you want to lazy your way to the top, fine. We're still gonna get up to the top. But you might not have the full enjoyment of pitching in to help if you don't get with the program. Family needs a lot of things, man. For the people that don't know, I've been married almost 5 years. In February 22nd, that'll make 5 years. And so I don't have any biological children of my own. Some people will call me lame. Nigga, you lame. Sorry, nigga, you take care of somebody else's kids. Okay, whatever. But I walked into a family with 3 kids already. My wife already had 3 kids. 2 from one marriage and 1 from when she was really young. I think she was 20. I still call her young. Anyways, so she have 3 children. I walk in, no children. So immediately, my life changes. And my life didn't change on one level. It changed on a bunch of levels because not only did I become a husband that day, I also became a father the same day. Like, it's very, very weird because what I had to explain to my wife that she doesn't understand, that I understand from having a stepfather, is when them ain't your kids, they don't understand your voice. So when you're telling them to do something, they're always combative because you ain't my daddy. Why is you telling me what to do if you ain't my daddy? I understand that. I did the same thing to my stepdad. Same thing. And so now as an adult, I get to dissect how I treated my stepdad and how to get these hard-hearted ass children to understand that my voice is not the voice of destruction. My voice came here to build some shit for y'all. So getting someone to understand that my voice is the authority and your daddy's voice outside of the house might not be the strongest authority here, it's very hard. But my wife, she didn't understand what I was going through, because these your kids. You shat them out your own little old body. So they gonna listen to you. They hear your voice naturally. You don't have to fight nor argue with these children. They love you. Everything from me is conditional. If I don't please them in some way today, they're gonna be mad at me. It ain't my daddy. Everything, they ain't gonna never say it to my face, which is fine. Even if they did, I wouldn't be mad. I don't give a damn. You still gonna listen to these rules. I still set rules for this house and it's still gonna be followed. But when I'm talking back to this board, I said, when you get to the top, all of this stuff that y'all are asking for, you're always asking for stuff. I said, but when you put the work in and you finally get it, you appreciate it at the top. When you're giving everything, you don't appreciate a goddamn thing. So like I said, you can help us on the way to the top, or you can freeload and lazy your ass to the top. I said, but at the top, private school, where you learn how to really formulate your life, that happens at the top. Better living conditions happens at the top. Better car options are at the top. Everything's at the top. I've been up there. I mismanaged my money and fell back down to the bottom. I said, you know what happens when we get up to the top of that mountain? They were like, what? I said, we get to go down the hill, but we get to go down the hill on the wagon. Remember, when you pushed it up, you had to work. All the work is at the top. But when you get up there and you feel that enjoyment, you get to get on the wagon and cruise on the way down. Because on the way down, that's the maintaining part of it. That's the hard part. Once you get the money, now you got to maintain it. So everything on the way down, that's kind of the enjoyment phase. Cops. Go on, sir. How you doing? Got all people, man, come through, make sure ain't nobody beating up old people on the trails and shit. Anyways, man, but by being the leader of the family, when you don't have any children of your own and you're coming into a situation where the woman already has children, you have to make her understand. Make her understand, look, I know that these are my children by marriage, but they do not listen to my voice. So both of us have to be on the same page with what we want for them to be when they grow up. I always tell these kids, I said, I'm training you to be an adult. I'm not training you to be a grown-ass kid. So when I'm asking you to do something, I know that this step right here can ruin you as an adult. These are the talks that I have. I don't talk to kids like babies. You can do that shit down the street. I talk to these children like I'm raising them to be adults. So these conversations that I'm having with them, they might not understand it right now, but I guarantee you're going to understand it when you go outside and you have to pay bills for yourself, when you have to manage yourself. I told them, when you in high school, the coolest person in high school, I guarantee you 20 years from now, he's not going to be the coolest person as an adult. Because when the bills come inside of his house and he has to now shoulder the whole load, some of these people fall to the wayside quick. People that you would consider to be friends. You'd be like, man, he fell off. You know why he fell off? Because he's not a good manager of himself. So look around. I say, look at your friends. I said, most of your high school friends are going to be temporary. You're not going to be hanging around these people like that. So, like when you're dealing with a family, man, it's good to be honest with children. They ain't going to want to hear this shit. The thing is, they might not get it till years later. But you did give them the information to equip them. You did give them the trials and tribulations to equip them to be ready for things like this. And the thing about it is, I have to be more fluent with children because they lack understanding. So This all goes into like going into being a family, growing a family, while also growing your business as well. So that's my little talk for the day.